that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Let me just read this quote that I read for him. I actually wanted to read this on the show about by Steve that somebody put in my Google Plus stream today, and I think this is cool. And then we'll move on. He says, "Is this quote by Steve? When I was 17, I read a quote that went something like this: If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right. It made an impression on me, and since then, for the past 33 years, I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something." Steve Jobs. I thought that was a cool quote by him. So,
yeah, that's cool.
Does anybody have anything else to say on him before we go on?
Rest in peace.
He'll be missed. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Steve D, what do you got for us this week?
This is good. Check this out. We didn't play this yet, and this is pretty popular. It's a YouTube video, but it's a YouTube video, but it's really all pretty much it's all pretty much audio anyway. So.
All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, I did see this. This is awesome. It is audio. It's basically the title of the video. Should I say what it is? I'm not going to spoil it.
Go ahead.
The title of the video is Floppy Music Duo Imperial March. This is 2 floppy drives with discs in them running that somebody totally tweaked to create this. Here we go.
And while that's going, I sent you a file for my first one there, Steve.
Okay.
Whoa, that's awesome. I want that as my phone ringer.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that was
that's
cool.
Wicked.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Audio's kind of low on the feedback. For anybody else, you guys? Or?
Yeah.
You know, no, not for everybody else, just for you guys. You complain, it's too loud, turn it down.
No, that's cool. I didn't know if it was just me or if the other guys, it was lower for them too.
No, it should be good.
That's definitely better than blazingly loud like it had.
Yeah, it's a fantastic video. If anybody wants to see it, if you enjoyed the music there, it's basically 2 floppy drives with, of course, floppies in them, and it's hooked up to, I don't even know what is that, like an Arduino or something?
I read about what he did. It's
piezoelectric.
Yeah, he did some hacking to it.
Yeah, it's basically making the discs flap more or less, if I understand right.
It's cool as hell. And you can see all the gear used. And it's definitely a hack. There's a bunch of gears. I don't know what the hell. Well, what am I saying? All the gear he used to create it. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liam, can you email it to me, because Skype's a different computer and all your videos will go away if I get that
Sure.
file.
Yeah, no problem.
Is that the one you're going to do right now?
Well, I can talk about something else. I don't remember what I can just show it. It's just not going to be very nice looking.
You can email it to me where you show it.
I'll
or
email
start
it.
talking
All right,
about
man.
Yeah, one of the great things is something while you guys are doing that. One of the great memes out there is I don't know if you've seen this, the Steve Jobs and Bill Gates meme where they're both they did some event where they were together and they were talking.
Yeah, it was like D9 or something like that.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty funny. The BuzzFeed did a best of, and it's really great. They're going back and forth, and one of them is they're going. And one of my favorite ones is Jobs goes to Gates. He goes, "Remember when we were poor?" And Bill goes, "No." And then Jobs goes, me either. And then they both smile.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, Liam, you want me to show this?
Yeah. This makes me laugh. This is just a real quick funny.
All right,
this is Science Cat, I guess it's called.
It's a picture of a cat with science glasses on, a chalkboard behind him with all algebra or chemistry equations. Anyway, it says, two men walk into a bar. The first orders some H2O. The second one says, sounds good. I'll have some H2O too. The second man died. What is H2O2?
Okay, so when he says H2O, it actually says H2O, as in the chemical
right.
water, okay?
Right.
And then the second one says, I'll have some H2O2, TOO, as in as well. But if you know anything about chemistry, H2O2 is peroxide.
Definitely the best part about this is just the picture of the cat.
Yes, the picture of the cat
I love
is fantastic.
the milk squared and the mouse divided by cheese and all that stuff back there. That's great.
That's freaking awesome. And it's even written on his little pencil board.
Yeah.
The cat is sitting up. He's all white and he's got like a little bow tie on. It's fantastic.
Professor Cat says, "Watch Nutz at Night." Meow.
Awesome. All right. I think I have something here. Let me check the files and my tasks, my Google tasks. Let's see. Oh, I had this problem.
There's cream for it.
Yes, there's cream for it. Almost. I go outside at around like 10 o'clock at night or 12 o'clock at night. If I make a run like to Dunkin' Donuts, get like a bacon, egg, and cheese wrap or something of the sort, not just donut. I don't pig out on donuts at night. But sometimes I run out there, get like a nice coffee or something, and without fail, I put my hand out the drive-thru window waiting for my food, and I get bit by mosquitoes. Like, they live at Dunkin' Donuts, and it happens every time. I'm just learning now to roll my window up and try to avoid them. But they're pretty hardcore, these mosquitoes, and they leave these big welts. And I asked myself, because I got so used to just itching them, I want to know why. I wanted to know why mosquito bites itch. Did you guys ever ask yourself why mosquito bites itch?
Because it's poison that comes out of their thing that pricks you.
Is it poison, do you think? Is that your final answer?
No, it's a blood thinning agent.
It's something bad.
I forget. Anyway, I looked it up, and here's the answer to that, if anybody wants to know. Question, why do mosquito bites itch? Most people experience some kind of skin reaction after being bitten by a mosquito. The pain of the bite and the red bump that follows can be tolerated, but the persistent itching is enough to drive you crazy. Why do mosquito bites itch? Answer. First of all, this is interesting. Only the female mosquito feeds on blood.
Yep.
Though we commonly call them mosquito bites, she's not really biting you at all. The mosquito pierces the upper layer of your skin with her whatever snout thing, straw-like mouth part, that allows her to drink fluids. It's called the proboscis, her snout thing. Once the proboscis breaks through the epidermis, the mosquito uses it to search for a blood vessel in the dermal layer underneath. Once she locates a vessel, the mosquito releases some of her saliva into the wound. Mosquito saliva contains an anticoagulant that keeps your blood flowing until she is finished with her meal. Now, your immune system realizes that something is going on, and histamine is produced to combat the foreign substance. The histamine reaches the area under attack, causing blood vessels there to swell. It's the action of the histamine that causes a red bump called a wheal. But what about the itching? When the blood vessels expand, nerves in the area become irritated by the swelling. You feel this irritation as an itchy sensation. So it's your blood vessels expanding and your nerves becoming irritated by the swelling, and you feel an itch.
What do you know? A woman is making my nerves irritate. That's a shocker.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe you didn't throw in blood sucking there, man.
Yeah, well, my wife might hear me.
So, science tip for the day. I found out to my satisfaction why that happens, and I'm happy about that. So,
I'm one of the lucky few that could feel them land on me, so I kill them before they bite me.
oh, good for you.
That just means he's very hairy. I know about this.
No, I'm not. I'm not hairy at all.
Why do you know about this?
No, I mean being hairy myself. You feel anything ever lands near me, flies by. I just feel it because I got. It's like that protective layer you have in Halo, only it's less useful. and it never stops regenerating. It's just always there.
So you've sorry.
For me,
You
it's the
feel
opposite.
you feel mosquito bites land on you, or you feel mosquitoes land on you, Liam?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
But you have
but
no
my head.
hair. Oh yeah.
Look
Oh.
at that. He's a hairy dude. You know, actually, I don't have that much hair on my arms. Like a lot of guys, I'm like a little less hairy, but
You're just sensitive, sensitive to the
you know
touch.
what it is? Yeah, I'm very, very sensitive. But no, you know what it is? My freaking, I have a lot of a lot of guys. I got the leg hair going on, and I'll tell you this: that's a pain because I feel like any little hairs move for whatever reason, man. I think there's something on me.
Yeah,
all the
me
time.
too. Me too.
Yeah, I hate
Big
that.
time, especially in the car, and that's like the worst part to be slapping at your legs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking there's something crawling on me.
Yeah.
You know what? It's what really sucks is you go through life, right? You always think there's something on you, and then just like 100 times in a row, there's nothing on you, over and over again, and then one day, you just
Yep.
grab like whatever is tickling your leg, and it just so happens to be a freaking bug.
Yep.
Nastiness.
Yep.
I hate that.
Happened to me recently, actually.
It's awful.
Little spider. Chris, what happened to your video?
Yeah, my camera just something happened to it, so I'm trying to get it back to you.
All right.
Do you eat a lot of bananas, Steve?
There.
Which Steve? Which Steve?
You.
Do I eat? No, I
Steve.
hardly eat bananas.
Because that'll actually attract mosquitoes. They can smell the potassium, or it helps. You eat bananas, they're gonna come towards you more.
Really?
Makes you more enticing. The way they find people is CO2. The way when you expel CO2 and then the heat.
Oh yeah, I always wondered how they find me and what do they do when I'm not there. That's what really pisses me off. Like they're flying around like they need blood to survive, right? Like
They float. That's what they do. I know because I found this out because I'm a mountain biker. When you're sometimes I go at night, and I'll tell you it's the creepiest thing when you're blasting through the night air on a mountain bike, and there's
And
like
you hit that swarm. Oh.
no, they don't swarm. What it is
No,
they like
I'm talking gnats. Oh.
oh the gnats, yeah, they're the worst. But the mosquitoes, what they do is they like literally float in the air, and you can see them as you're biking through. At least I can, because because of the at night, they got the street lights going on, and you could just see them with the street lights, and as you're like zooming through, you just see them. They look like they're floating, almost like you're
but I mean,
flying
okay,
through
so
stars.
fine,
They're
fine. They're
flying, though.
floating.
They flap at about 600 beats a second.
But what are they gonna sit there and wait for a year for me to come by? Like there must be something else that they could eat besides my blood. So,
Oh yeah.
but
Sure.
but it's just unlikely because there's nothing around me that they're all there and I come out and they're waiting for me. Like I would expect like them to be like attacking somebody else when I'm not around. It's just weird. They just happen to be there. Anyway, forget
I think
it.
they're everywhere. That's the problem.
Okay.
Because when I'm on the bike, I literally see them floating and then slamming me as I'm going. So you have to wear. So
Right.
I actually have some clear goggles. I mean, this sounds bad, but actually they look just like clear glasses. That's all they look like. So it looks like I'm wearing glasses, but they're clear, so I don't actually get to see at night. And then I wear those so I don't get them in my eyes.
Right.
And then naturally, as you might imagine, I keep my mouth shut.
All right.
No,
well,
I don't look like the front of a car with like a bunch of bugs stuck on me. No, that doesn't really happen. They just kind of really bounce off. But you see them, it's really pretty awful.
The worst is when you're hairy, because then they get stuck in your hair. We had, if you know what a midge is, basically it's a biting gnat, and they get stuck in your eyeballs. Even if you're wearing glasses, goggles, they work their way around them because they're teeny little things.
and they bite you.
You'll get
They
them stuck
bite
in
your
your
eyeballs.
Well, I mean, once they're in there, they're small enough that just kills them.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're hairy, like I happen to be, they'll get stuck to you.
And they bite you.
Yes.
That's
Dude,
Not fun.
The worst ones are, I don't know what they are, but they're like these little flies. They're like really small flies, and I've seen these when I'm go hiking and stuff. They just absolutely are obsessed with my nose, my eyes, and my ears.
they're gnats, aren't they?
Like
Gnats?
Yeah, gnats or midges, depending on where you're at.
They look like small flies, but not like the gnats where they're really tiny, like really small.
Okay. You're
Yeah,
talking like
these things,
wet-
and they got it's just a constant barrage of them trying to just ram themselves into my ear holes. And then
Stay out of my face holes.
they're the worst. And then if I put headphones, like I have headphones specifically like so they can jam into my ears, so they don't like really attack me. But that doesn't stop them. They'll still try, and they still slam into my earlobes, like trying to get in there.
Damn.
They're the
Dude,
worst things in the
weirdest
world.
Nutz at Night ever.
Me too.